Guys, did y'all see the All-Star game a couple of days ago? Steph Curry and Damian Lillard put on a three-point expedition for the ages from half court. And I'm sure that after seeing those two long bombs being dropped, Kyrie Irving probably muttered to himself, I don't care what you two can do. The earth is still flat. Smash that like button, guys. Subscribe if you're new, and let's get it popping. Being a basketball fan, I can't help myself from speculating, hoping, and praying that the team I root for makes it to the NBA Finals and eventually hoists that Larry O'Brien trophy. You already knew that I am a Dubs fan. If you cut me, I bleed gold and blue. If you ask me what kind of food I want, I'll ask if there's any curry. I'm a Warrior through and through. Still though, even though I am a Golden State Warrior fan, sometimes there are those moments when I look at the West, the oh-so-talented West, and I wonder if there is a chance in hell that my Warriors can pull it off and win it all. I actually really and truly believe that they can, but it's going to take a lot from a lot of people doing it at the same time. Two of the most important people from this lot are Andrew Wiggins and Kelly Oubre Jr. After Andrew Wiggins and Kelly Oubre were acquired by the Golden State Warriors in the past 2 seasons, they both have had their ups and downs. They have also had their fair share of criticism from the media and fans on social media. I must admit I had my doubts about both of them, and I think, if I'm being honest, I must say I still have a little doubt in the back of my mind, but I'm really hoping that these guys can prove me wrong. The Golden State Warriors have a healthy, game-changing, man-eating, butt-beating, in the morning, taking names in the evening Curry on their team. So that's one piece of the puzzle already in play. Draymond Green is Draymond Green, and I doubt that that will ever change, so that's a second piece of the puzzle. James Wiseman has a large chunk on his shoulders as well, and he has a huge desire to be an elite player, so I'm certain that he will continue to give his best. But Andrew Wiggins and Kelly Oubre are the next two guys that we need to definitely be their best. At the same time, if we are going to win the championship, I'm saying we because, man, I'm such a diehard fan of the Gold and Blue that I probably want to see them win more than Andrew Wiggins. And I'm just basing that on how he's played lately. Some of you may be asking yourself the question, can Andrew Wiggins and Kelly Oubre Jr. make a difference given the situation the Warriors are up against? The West, let's be honest, is loaded. Anyone who knows anything about the NBA knows that the regular season standings don't really matter if a team can't hold their own in a 7-game series in the playoffs. Anyone who knows the NBA also knows that this only applies in the Eastern Conference. Teams in the Western Conference normally stay true to form all the way through the playoffs. The Los Angeles Lakers, who won the championship last year, are still a top team in the West the last time I checked. And they still have the Los Angeles Clippers, who are fighting tooth and nail to show everyone that they are more than just basement renters in the Staples Center. The Utah Jazz currently leads the Western Conference, and they're hitting three-pointers like the Golden State Warriors of old. And don't forget about the Denver Nuggets and the Joker. I can go down the list and name even more teams that are going to be ferocious come playoffs. So the question is, can Stephen Curry and Draymond Green carry a rookie and 2 talented role players to a championship? Again, guys, I'm a die-hard fan, but I'm not naive. For the Golden State Warriors to win a championship, Stephen Curry has to continue being Steph. But even more so, Andrew Wiggins needs to give us numbers similar to his best years in Minnesota, and Kelly Oubre has to give us similar numbers to the ones he gave Phoenix last year. We would then have 3 players averaging over 20 points per game consistently, and that right there is where our championship run would start. I mean, is that too much to ask for? I don't think so. At the start of the season, Andrew Wiggins was playing like he had something to prove. He really had it going. In the beginning, he was averaging over 40% from the three-point line, and he was a great secondary player, next to Steph, that the Warriors really were bouncing with. As of late, though, he's been struggling pretty bad, and that's where the Warriors will have a problem if he can't get back to top form. On the other side of the coin, Kelly Oubre was close to being cut from the Warriors and was laughed at by every basketball fan and their mama. Even people who weren't Golden State fans wanted to see Kelly Oubre traded to another team. The man just couldn't buy a bucket from the three-point line, even if it was on sale for free. We can't say that now, though. he has made some adjustments, applied himself, and learned the Warriors system. As of late, the man's been shooting over 40% from the three-point line. He's gotten more aggressive and is cutting and scoring like there's no tomorrow, and has arguably been the second best player on the Warriors team next to Steph. Both of these guys have shown in the past what they're capable of. Wiggins has averaged over 20 points in multiple seasons with the Timberwolves and even had a 47-point game. Kelly Oubre's career high is 40, and this was just last month. No one can say that these two guys don't know how to score, but they both need to be scoring over 20 points efficiently and consistently for the Golden State Warriors to get the job done. If both of these guys are clicking simultaneously at the same time, alongside a Stephen Curry that's giving you 28 to 30 points per game, if James Wiseman can continue averaging 12 points per game, and if Draymond can bump up his scoring to 10 points per game, then we have a starting lineup that's scoring roughly around 90 points per game. That's going to be very hard to beat, especially with the bench scoring almost 40 a night. Do you guys see my vision? Do you understand my deepest desires? Do you want this as badly as I do? Oh, sorry guys, this is not a life coaching video. This is a basketball video. The big question I should ask is how far this team can go. The team is already leading the league in assists, and to me, that means chemistry. It also means that Draymond Green is doing a pretty good job. Can all this transition into playoff winning basketball? If Andrew Wiggins and Kelly Oubre can consistently maintain 20-plus points every night, I know without a doubt that this team would be a championship caliber level. I know you are thinking that there are other teams in the league that can provide this, and I know you're thinking about the Brooklyn Nets. But the big difference between the Golden State Warriors and the Brooklyn Nets would be defense. Both Kelly Oubre and Andrew Wiggins have improved their defense and are good perimeter defenders. James Wiseman's size can help protect the rim, and we have Kevin Looney that can also play good defense. Their wing defense may not be as popular as that of Kawhi and Paul George, but PG-13 and Kawhi didn't really lock down the perimeter when they needed to lock it down. Nuggets, anyone? One of the good things that is going for the Warriors is time. Many teams in the NBA that are currently considered as championship contenders have already been playing together for quite some time and have figured it out pretty much 100%. The Golden State Warriors, on the other hand, have a fairly new roster with the addition of James Wiseman, Andrew Wiggins, and Kelly Oubre. So it is fair for me to say with time, they can figure more things out and get to another level. This is still just the midpoint of the season, and there are close to 40 games left for this team to shift into next year. The Warriors have a very capable coaching staff. The 8-time champion and current head coach of the Dubs, Steve Kerr, knows that if these two players can start firing on all cylinders at the same time and maintain it, no one can stop us until we have the trophy in our hands. When the playoff rolls around, the Golden State Warriors roster will not only have a superstar in Stephen Curry, an unbreakable backbone in Draymond Green, but they will also have valuable role players that have been exposed to the highest level of competition throughout the season. Kelly Oubre and Andrew Wiggins are the X factors that can make the Golden State Warriors an elite-tiered team and a team that can trade shots with the best of them. I'm a believer, guys. I bleed gold and blue, and whenever I dine out, I first check to see if there is curry on the menu. And if there's not, well, I take that personally. Whenever I order a beer at the pub on game nights, I ask for 3. And whenever Curry drops a long bomb, I stand up, I look at my friends who are usually wearing LeBron jerseys, and I say to them, "Are you not entertained?"